Of course, said the hypnotist. Of course. You know, he said, in those days, our business was scarcely thought of. I dare say, if anyone had told them that in 200 years' time, a class of men would be entirely occupied in impressing things upon the memory, effacing unpleasant ideas, controlling and overcoming instinctive but undesirable impulses, and so forth, by means of hypnotism, they would have refused to believe the thing possible. Few people knew that an order made during a mesmeric trance, even an order to forget, or an order to desire, could be given so as to be obeyed after the trance was over. Yet there were men alive then, and even now, who could have told them the thing was as absolutely certain to come about as, well, the transit of Venus. He was a young man with a serene face. He smiled. We get on with research, you know. We give advice when people have the sense to ask for it. And we bide our time. Bide your time? We hardly know enough yet to take over the management, you know. The management? You needn't be anxious. Science is young yet. It's got to keep on growing for a few generations. We know enough now to know we don't know enough yet. But the time is coming, all the same. You won't see that time. But between ourselves, you rich men and party bosses, with your natural play of the passions and patriotism and religion and so forth, have made rather a mess of things, haven't you? These underways and all that sort of thing. Some of us have a sort of fancy that in time we may know enough to take over a little more than the ventilation and drains. Knowledge keeps on piling up, you know. It keeps on growing. And there's not the slightest hurry for a generation or so. Someday, men will live in a different way. He meditated. There'll be a lot of dying out before that day can come.